You already know the result is probably fine, and yet you still can't bring yourself to click. This happens to you more than you think, and it has nothing to do with how smart you are or how hard you studied. There's actually a psychological reason behind this freeze, and once you hear it, you'll never look at that loading screen the same way again. Let me describe someone real quick. This person studied. Maybe not perfectly, but they put in the work. Results day comes. They wake up, grab their phone, and then just don't open the portal. Instead, they check Instagram, scroll Twitter, reply to a text they've been ignoring for 3 days. They keep their phone face down during breakfast. They make tea they don't even want. They tell themselves they'll check it after, knowing full well they won't. And when someone asks, "Did you check yet?" they laugh it off. But inside something tightens. If that felt personal, good. That means this video is for you. Here's what's strange though. It's not like not checking changes anything. The number is already there, sitting in a database somewhere. Fixed. Final. It exists whether you look at it or not. So why does your brain treat opening that tab like defusing a bomb? There's a hidden pattern behind this, and most people never notice it. It's not really about the grade. It's about what the grade means, and more specifically, what your brain thinks will happen to you the moment you see it. And here's the part that'll mess with you a little. Ironically, all the tricks people use to cope with this: distracting yourself, preparing for bad news, telling yourself it doesn't matter, they actually make the anxiety worse, not better. Why? Let's get into the psychology. Your brain isn't broken. It's just running old software. Somewhere deep inside your skull is a tiny structure called the amygdala. Think of it like your brain's security guard. Its entire job is to scan for threats, and the second it spots something that might hurt you, it hits the alarm. Now here's the thing. The amygdala doesn't know the difference between a lion chasing you and a results portal. All it knows is uncertainty plus high stakes equals danger. So it does what it always does. It tries to protect you by making you freeze. It's like a smoke alarm that goes off every time you make toast. The alarm isn't wrong exactly. Fire is real, but it's misfiring, responding to something that looks like danger but isn't. And then there's dopamine. Most people think dopamine is the happy chemical, but that's not quite right. Dopamine is actually the anticipation chemical. It spikes not when you get something good, but when something good might happen. And this is where it gets dark. When your result is unchecked, your brain is running 2 simulations at the same time. One where you passed, one where you didn't. And weirdly, both of those feel more manageable than the actual answer. Because right now, in that moment before you look, you still have both possibilities. You're still Schrödinger's student. You could have done well. That option still exists. The second you click, one of those realities disappears forever. And your brain, without telling you, is trying to hold on to hope for just a little longer. Does that make sense? It should, because it's incredibly human. Here's exactly how this plays out in real life. It's results day. You've known the date for weeks. You even set an alarm not to check, just because the anxiety woke you up before it went off anyway. You open your phone. 7 notifications. None of them are it. You check the weather. Cloudy. You don't care about the weather. Your inner monologue sounds something like, "Okay, I'll check it at 9. It's 8:47. I'll just wait until 9. Clean my desk first. Okay, the desk is clean. It's 8:51. Maybe I should eat something. I'm not hungry. It's fine. The grade is fine. What if it's not fine? No, it's fine. I studied. I think I studied enough. Did I study enough? The one question on cell mitosis, well, I definitely got that wrong. The whole exam is probably ruined. I should just check. I can't check. What if, and then your phone buzzes. A friend texts, "Bro, did you check yet?" And somehow that is the worst part, because now you have to respond. And you don't know what to say because you genuinely don't know if you're about to have a good day or a terrible one. So you type, "Not yet, Lowell," and leave it on red. But here's what no one tells you. That whole spiral, the avoidance, the distraction, the toast making, the weather checking, it wasn't weakness. It was strategy. Your brain learned, at some point, that outcomes can threaten your sense of self. Not just I got a bad grade, but I am someone who gets bad grades. I am not smart. I let people down. I wasted their money. I wasted my time. See, for a lot of us, results don't just measure what we know. They measure in our minds what we are. And when something feels like a verdict on your identity, your brain treats avoidance as survival. Because if you don't look, you can't be judged. Not yet. Think back. When did you first learn that a number on a page meant something about you? When did a test score start feeling like a reflection of your worth? Because I bet it wasn't your idea. Somewhere along the way, someone, a parent, a teacher, a system taught you that performance equals value. And your brain, loyal little thing that it is, believed them. Now here's where it gets balanced. Because I'm not going to tell you this anxiety is all fine and normal and just sit with it. It can hurt you. When avoidance becomes a pattern, it actually increases anxiety over time. Every time you don't look, you teach your brain, that thing is dangerous. And your brain gets better at what you practice. Practice avoidance, and avoidance gets stronger. It can make you feel like you have no control over your own life. Like you're always waiting for an external number to tell you how to feel. That's real, and it costs you something. But at the same time, this response tried to protect you. It kept you from spiraling before you had facts. It preserved hope. It said in its clumsy way, I'm not ready to hurt yet. Can we wait just a minute? That's not weakness. That's a nervous system doing its best with what it has. Both things are true at the same time. The anxiety was a signal, and signals aren't the enemy, but you don't have to obey them either. Look, I don't know what result you're waiting on right now. Maybe it's an exam. Maybe it's a job application. Maybe it's something you've been working toward for months, and the answer is somewhere in an inbox you've been avoiding. But I want you to hear something. You're not weird for doing this. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're someone who cares deeply about something, and that caring made you vulnerable. And vulnerability is terrifying, especially when you've been taught that outcomes define you. They don't. A number doesn't know your sleepless nights. It doesn't know what you were going through when you sat that exam. It doesn't know what you're capable of. You are not the result. You are the person who showed up. And whatever that portal says, you were here. You tried. And that's the part that actually follows you forward. If something here hit home, that's enough. But if you want to understand the next layer, why some people seem totally unbothered by pressure while others freeze completely, I made a video about emotional regulation and why some brains feel everything more intensely. It connects directly to this. And if you want more psychology that actually sounds like a real person talking to you, not a textbook, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.